I just wanted to call your attention to this video. It's a sermon by Pastor Peter J. Peters. I listened to it yesterday evening and I found it very, very, very interesting. I think you might also. It's also interesting in light of the fact that this was somewhere around 1988, and of course we're many years hence 2022. And what Peter J. Peters here describes is the literal and metaphorical collaborating of truth tellers, of the truth of Jacob and of Jacob's trouble with his brother and the yoke that is upon Jacob, Esau's yoke. And if you realize that at the time that Peter J. Peters was speaking, which was 1988, it might have been early 1989, I'm not sure. These videos are not always dated and he rarely says the date, but he talks about a film that was made in 1988 called Betrayed. And it was all about the upstanding Israel people who had realized their true identity and were speaking out against Esau. And how this film portrays the Israel people as being right-wing extremists who are very violent and need to be put down. And if you realize that since the time that this film was made, that all of the leaders in the Israel people, I'm just going to call it the Israel people movement, the Christian identity movement, have died and have not really been replaced by new strong shepherds, you realize that this propaganda against Jacob has taken hold and had effect. An effect on people. People are afraid. I do see, when I cruise the internet, I do see that there are churches who are Christian identity, but not up front. It's somehow buried in their, within the realm of their church doctrine. But they're very, very afraid to speak out. And that is what Pete Peters did. That is what Pastor Earl Jones did. That is what Red Beckman did. Sheldon Emery. All these men have died. I think Pete Peters was the last of them in 2011. Maybe he died even before that. I do not know. But you see that the propaganda that the Edomites use against the people of Jacob who are trying to tell the truth is very, very effective and has literally smothered the Christian identity movement and killed it.